All right, after all the drama yesterday, that was crazy. We just got to get straight into the basketball stuff. Like JC Sheldon, we already know one of the dirtiest players, Marina Mabry as well. We do have updates on it though. Like, we have a pool report. Punishments have been sent. Whether we agree on it or not, we'll talk about it later on in this video. But listen, okay, Marina Mabry, I just looked up her stats. She's having the second worst three-point shooting year, shooting 30% from three right now. This is the second worst since her 2019 rookie year, where she shot 27%. And a big reason is, and what she did yesterday was a big reason because of that. Her game was off. She had a stinker. Same with J.C. Sheldon. Caitlin Clark shut her down. Like, it is what it is. Of course, she missed a couple open looks. But let's just jump straight into the basketball because, that's what we're here for at the end of the day. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah, how they definitely progressed in just one game. Listen, Caitlin and Aaliyah successfully executed this deep entry pass. And I remember last game when this was a turnover. Caitlin dribbling up the court, right? Natasha, I was telling everybody push down. Aaliyah has the seal on Tina Charles. And last game, she had someone shorter on her. But this game, it doesn't matter. Aaliyah has the seal though. We seen her have a great game against Jacquel. I think she popped off for 30 in the first Liberty game. Aaliyah seals her off for a good layup.
Bow, bow, bow.
Beautiful basketball. I just said this in the last film breakdown as well. That once they get this down packed, is over. This is proof in the pudding. It's different when Caitlin Clark is on the three-point line right here making that entry pass versus Caitlin being spaced all the way out on the top, like from the logo, throwing that entry pass. It spaces the floor. It's a bunch of good things that could come from that. All right, now let's move on to the same exact pass, but that failed this time with Aaliyah and Caitlin, so we can show how they progressed. Okay, so right here you see Caitlin Clark waiting for Aaliyah Boston to seal her off to make the same exact entry pass from the top, from right here, the logo, right? Listen, Aaliyah seals off, but Caitlin, she doesn't seal off good enough, and it results in a turnover. That's what you call improvement, you know what I'm saying? Now listen, all right, of course it's not going to be a perfect game, but it is what it is. I just wanted to highlight that so we can show the progress. Now let's talk about this, okay? Sheldon and Mabry clearly fouling Caitlin with a no call. All right, so Caitlin makes the entry pass to Aaliyah, right? Now listen, she goes back door on J.C. Sheldon. You already see right here, J.C. Sheldon is completely grabbing Caitlin. Right here, she's already hand checking her without the ball. This is already a no ball foul, right? But let's call it marginal contact, right? Because this is a physical league. Now right here, J.C. Sheldon is still grabbing her to the point Caitlin has to sweep her arm over her to go back door. Like, the referee is standing right here. This is number 8. There's no way you do not see this. You know what I'm saying? Goes back door, and what do you have here? Marina Mabry and J.C. Sheldon completely grabbing her. Sheldon puts her whole elbow in Caitlin. Her whole elbow is in Caitlin's back right now, and Marina Mabry is grabbing her. We covered this yesterday, right? Let's slow it down though so you can see it. Elbow in the back. Mabry is locked with Caitlin. Like, what more do you need to see to blow a whistle? At one point, does Caitlin Clark actually get fouled? Like, is she just a superhuman that she cannot get fouled? I don't understand what it is with these referees. But this resulted in another Caitlin turnover. Like, a lot of Caitlin, they always talk about turnovers. A turnover. When you dissect the game, I swear, y'all been watching film with me for over a year, most of y'all at least. How many turnovers have we shown? Almost all of her turnovers, I say 80 to 90% of them, are out of her control. She's either getting fouled or teammates are dropping her pass. This is one of the best playmakers of all time. You think she's going to make terrible passes? You think she's going to turn the ball over that many times? Foolishly? Come on now. Of course she's going to turn it over, but not at the volume that we're seeing right now. It's because of the officiating. But let's move on, okay? So Aaliyah had the defender sealed off, right? Right here once again. And Kelsey Mitchell is supposed to make that pass. But Kelsey Mitchell, dribble sometimes, did not make this pass. The same pass Caitlin just made to Aaliyah this game, and the same pass she tried to make last game. Aaliyah Boston reward her for sealing off. Reward Aaliyah for improving her post game. Kelsey does not do it. Hits Dantes. Dantes tries to skip past it to Colson, and it leads to a turnover to Mabry. We cannot have this. We got to literally value every possession. We played the Minnesota Lynx in the championship game on July 1st. These are the kind of mistakes we cannot be making against that team, especially with Fee averaging the amount of steals that she's averaging right now, you know? Cannot have that right now. Anyway, let's move on. Natasha was doing too much with the ball right here, leading to the turnover. She should have dropped the ball on the left side, so she's between the ball and the defender. Shout out to Natasha Howard, though, dropping 16 points and 12 rebounds. She did not have a bad game by any sorts. I'm just criticizing this play alone. Caitlin Clark coming to get the ball. Natasha Howard tries to do a little flashy pass right here. Goes out of bounds. Well, it doesn't go out of bounds. It gets turned over. And she just didn't have to do that. You know, she can do this, though. This is a Draymond Green kind of play. But if this is Draymond Green, Draymond is dropping it on his left side. Where's the ball at? if this is Draymond Green, he's not dropping it on the side that Natasha Howard dropped it on this side. He's going to drop it on this side for Kaylin. So Natasha Howard should just drop it right here on her left side because the center is playing under the perimeter, and just you stay still and put herself between JC Sheldon and the ball so Kaylin can curl around her body, catch it right here, and shoot or drive depending on if this center commits, right? So that's what you just got to do. That's room for improvement, you know? So they don't get turned over next time, all right? Now listen. We all know that Caitlyn had the softest offensive foul. If you was watching in the live stream, I was like, how is that a foul? Let me move my camera over here. Can you guys please tell me if this is a foul right here by Caitlin Clark? I swear these referees is like, we just saw Caitlin get clobbered by Mabry and JC Sheldon right here on the left block, right? But they called this an offensive foul on Caitlin Clark. Pay attention to her right here. She sets a regular screen on Mabry, and maybe she tilts just slightly, but that's marginal. Look at Caitlin Clark. They called an offensive foul for that. Look at Kaylin, like, oh my gosh. There's no way you're calling that when you're like, I'm completely getting fouled. Like, hold on, we gotta run that back one more time. There's no way this is a foul, yeah. Look at her. A brush? I can't make this off. Anyway, Sydney Colson, another room for improvement. She broke off a play that would have got Kaylin an open look on the right wing. Look, Kaylin wants the ball. She gets it, inbounds it to Sydney. And she's supposed to get it back right here and curl off Aaliyah to get an open three right here. But Sydney breaks the play off and turns it over. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just room for improvement right there. But I know Sydney's going to improve there anyways. She's made a lot of great plays, and she just came off a 10 and 6 assist game. I'm chilling with her. Anyways, can somebody please say psych? Dantas again. Same thing with Kaylin. Did she really get an offensive foul for setting a legit legal screen? Can somebody please highlight this? Oh my god! Like, our girls can't do nothing. I don't like putting on the Indiana Fever jersey comes with so many penalties at this point. Like, the crowd and everything, the revenue, the attention is all good, but the officiating, it has to be something going on. Just Dantas set a legit screen. She stood her ground. Dantas is not moving. She's not leaning. Both feet are planted. The defender is not getting around it because Dantas is a big body. She's not. Her leg is not up. Like, she's. Like, I don't understand what it's going to take, y'all. I genuinely, like, it doesn't get more legal and grounded than that. That's insane. And Kaylin get a turnover here because Aaliyah Boston was fouled in front of the referee with no call. Just pay attention. Look at this. Kaylin trying to inbound it. Look at her grabbing Aaliyah's whole hip. Like, she's trying to dance, do the salsa, the Macarena. You know what I'm saying? Like, at what point is this referee, the same exact ref, number 8, is not calling this? Like, I don't understand what's going on. Not calling. Look, literally on Aaliyah's hip. I don't know if y'all can see her hand. And then she pushes Aaliyah right there. Like, oh, no. This is bad, y'all. This is actually bad. There's no way the referee does not see this. Y'all see her hand right here on Aaliyah Boston's hip. Still grabbing her tight. Holding her. Like, you can see visibly. This referee is looking right at them. It's like, I don't understand what more you need to see. And then it's a turnover. Like, yeah, that's crazy to me, y'all. That's crazy to me, but it is what it is, right? This is why JC Sheldon was mad anyways, where Caitlin Clark was giving her the belt like she usually do. So I thought that Caitlin Clark was 12-0 against JC Sheldon. It turns out that wasn't true, but it turns out that Caitlin Clark does outperform her in every matchup anyways. But the moral of the point is Caitlin Clark gives JC the belt every time they play. Let me move my camera so y'all can see exactly what's happening here. Caitlin gets by her for a C22 style 3. What you talking about now? What you talking about, JC? You know what I'm saying? Listen, like, it's just like I said in the Liberty game. When Kaylin is hot, she's rolling. Off the dribble on Sanaya Rivers. Double team comes. She takes her going left again. It ain't a shot that she don't like. And JC Sheldon once again. This is why she was mad. Kaylin sidesteps over JC Sheldon once again. Yeah, she was letting her coach hear about it. I don't know if that was the coach. I don't know if that was the bench. But it is what it is. Somebody was hearing about it. At first, from the first camera angle, we was watching it live, I thought it was JC Sheldon. But she was letting somebody down there hear about it. Maybe Mabry. Maybe she was letting Mabry hear about it. Who knows? But I do know that she said, you like that? You like that? Anyways, let's move on, man. Lexi drives and kick with a relocation to Kelsey Mitchell. One of my favorite plays of the game. Drives, kicks out to Kelsey Mitchell, right? Now Kelsey is driving. Now you got Tina Charles anticipating Kelsey's drive. This defender does not know Lexi is going to relocate to the same spot that was just vacated by Kelsey Mitchell. She relocates to the right corner, catches it, and Lexi Hall drains a three. Gotta love Lexi Hall, who's also just climbed back into the #1 spot in three-point shooting in the WNBA. Give some noise for Lexi Hall. Also, Aaliyah Boston, who's still holding that #1 spot in field goal percentage. So shout out to Aaliyah Boston as well. Now listen, Aaliyah Boston, speaking of her, with the kick ahead pass to Lexi, because JC picked up Caitlin full court. And we're going to talk about why Aaliyah picked off this rebound because of a Mabry super miss, right? Aaliyah kicking it ahead, adding more to a game, kick ahead to Lexi for an open three. Boom. Splash. Now, let's just talk about Marina Mabry for a second. All the bad shots she took, all her terrible shot selection, trying to force the game. Aaliyah Boston in her face made her miss a layup. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a Mabry compilation just showing how terrible she was yesterday's game, which is why she was irritated. You know, Mabry usually pops off against the Fever. She's done it the past 2 games in the playoff and the last game this year. Mabry, a deep 3 over Sydney, brick. Like, how many more shots? We're going to pull up every shot that Mabry missed. It was only a couple, like 7 shots she missed, but all of them were forced shots. The Fever's defense was amazing. Right again, Mabry, this one was crazy. She just missed the open look. She was probably in her head. Sydney still closed out, though. No. Mabry, like, just look at her. And then to the point, Lexi Hall is on Marina Mabry. And what does Marina Mabry proceed to do? She literally pushed Lexi Hall straight to the floor in front of a referee. I think this is the same referee again. Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with number 8. The referee, she definitely gotta be reviewed. You know, look how push Lexi Hall straight to the floor. That is insane. There was no call, no offensive foul. Her offhand clearly extended. Look at it. She clearly extended it. Like, oh, how many? No. We gotta run that back one more time. She extended her whole offhand. Look at it. Boom. You see her hand extended. Lexi Hall's going to the ground, but there's no whistle. I don't understand this officiating. I genuinely don't. You know what I'm saying? And then right here, Marina Mabry forcing a terrible shot over 2. Lexi Hall's fully contesting that. I don't know what she thought was going to happen. I don't know if she thought she was getting a clean look. There's no way Jose and Aaliyah Boston cleans it up. And that's when she made the kick ahead pass to Lexi Hall. And then Marina Mabry, once again, you see the double team on her. Aaliyah Boston playing drop coverage on Mabry, containing her. Mabry tries to back out and shoot over Aaliyah. No, sir. Look at JC Sheldon completely scratching Kate. Like, I mean, digging into her. You want to know what's the common denominator with the Connecticut Sun and Caitlin Clark? Fingers, nails, scratching, gauging eyeballs. Like, I don't understand what is, like, she's literally clenching onto her like a bat hanging from a tree. Yeah, I don't understand, man. These officials are terrible. Then you got Big Wig. I didn't expect to be talking about Big Wig this year, but listen, Big Wig, when Caitlin Clark got shoved by Marina Mabry, Big Wig, aka Natalie Esquire, took to X and put laughing emojis when Mabry got knocked down by Caitlin Clark, right? But then when Sophie Cunningham got vengeance, this was Natalie Esquire's response. No place in the game for what Sophie Cunningham did. That warrants further review and penalty from the league. Like, Big Wig, small brain. I'm just done with that Big Wig girl. Like, her wig is so damn big, it just squeezes her brain. Like, she can't even think straight. I swear, I despise Big Wig. But then you got Sophie Cunningham. I did not know Sophie Cunningham played football. You know what I'm saying? Sophie Cunningham was definitely a football player, which is crazy. Well, she was a kicker for her high school team. All right, now we got the poll report. Let's talk about it, all right? Listen, the reporter asked, why was JC Sheldon's foul upgraded to a flagrant one? Ashley Gloss says, Ashley Gloss, I think that's the same referee. Yes, that was the number 8 referee, the one that I was talking about this whole time. It might have been her. I could be wrong, though. But she says, in the judgment of the officials, the foul by Sheldon was unnecessary. The contact to Caitlin Clark's face. Furthermore, there was a wind-up and impact, and the contact to the face carries a potential for injury. Okay, cool, right? Now, listen, they should have done that during the game. Question. Wait, why was JC Sheldon's foul upgraded to a flagrant one? Was it upgraded to a flagrant one during the game? It is what it is. What went into deciding Marina Mabry should get a technical instead of something more severe like an injection? Ashley Gloss, the contact made by Mabry did not rise to the level of an injection. Additionally, it did not meet the criteria for a flagrant foul penalty too. And that's ironic because all of these stuff got contradicted later on. Why did Caitlin Clark get a technical foul? Ashley Gloss says after the foul by Sheldon, Clark reacted in an unsportsmanlike manner towards Sheldon, right? Which is crazy. Why did Tina Charles get a technical foul? Tina runs towards Clark in an unsportsmanlike manner and taunts her. Now listen, in the fourth quarter, this is a question. In the fourth quarter, why was Sophie Cunningham's foul upgraded to a flagrant 2? Ashley says, we felt that the contact by Cunningham was unnecessary and excessive. The last question was, why did J.C. Sheldon and Lindsay Allen get assessed technicals for fighting? The altercation that occurred after the foul by Sophie, we ruled it as a fight. Sheldon and Lindsay Allen were both ejected in that Sophie were both escalated. We'll just say ejected in that altercation, and therefore they were ejected for fighting. Oh, escalators, meaning they were instigators in that. Okay, I get it. But listen, man, they definitely got upgraded, though. I think Marina Mabry got upgraded to a flagrant 2. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so I found it. Marina Mabry's technical from last night's FIFA Sun game has been upgraded to a flagrant 2. The league told ESPN a flagrant 2 comes from a standard fine. Additionally, Sophie Cunningham was fined separately for her hard foul with 46 seconds left to play. No players will be suspended. Now, this is crazy, right? How does this get upgraded, but Caitlin Clark's technical foul does not get rescinded? Caitlin got a technical foul because J.C. Sheldon got in her face after she poked her eye and then proceeded to bump out her chest and walk up to her, and Caitlin just fended her off, like, get out of my face. And then Marina Mabry completely shoves Caitlin to the floor. But somehow Caitlin gets a technical for that? This is what I don't understand about the WNBA. The rules stink. The officiating sucks. Like, I don't understand what the punishments are. If you would have ejected Marina Mabry like you said she should have after you're trying to clean up your mess now, Sophie would have never done that. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the Golden State Valkyries, okay? We got to make the Valkyries shoot. They are dead last in three-point percentage, but they attempted the 4th most threes in the league. So we got to let them shoot themselves out the game, which ties into our next stat, okay? Rebounding. Now, listen, all right? Because they lack the efficient shooting from beyond the perimeter, that means they're going to crash the glass. They're going to look for them second chance points. They're top 4 in rebounding right now and top 4 in offensive rebounding in the whole league. So you do the math. That's how they're winning most of their games, getting more shots in their team, their opponents, and getting 3-point. Their volume is super high right now. Now, listen, although Veronica Burton and Julie Van Lewis facilitating out of their minds, averaging 9 assists combined, the Valkyries are the 3rd worst team in turnovers. So listen, they're averaging 17 turnovers a game. You combine that with the way that the Fever's going to play in transition, I'm expecting over 20 fast break points in this next game for the Fever tomorrow. That's almost a non-negotiable. 15 is my threshold for the Fever checklist, but I'm expecting at least 20 playing against the Valkyrie because they turn the ball over so much, and we got a lot of handsy players who causes deflection, including Caitlin Clark, which I don't know why people was criticizing Caitlin Clark's defense. I don't understand why. When are people going to wake up? I think people just don't watch the Fever live. I think people just look at highlights and look at other stuff, be like, Caitlin Clark can't play defense. If you watch that girl on the floor, there's no way you're saying she cannot play defense. But it is what it is, all right? That brings us to our next one. We have to limit our fouls tomorrow, specifically the shooting fouls and the bonus fouls. The Golden State Valkyries are top 2 in the free throw percentage right now in the whole league, led by Veronica Burton, who's shooting a career 90% from the free throw, right? Then you got Janelle Solon, who's also shooting 90% this year. Tiffany Hayes shooting 100% this year, but it only been 4 games, small sample size with her. Kayla Thornton shooting 83%. Carla shooting 84%. Kate Martin and Temmie shooting over 70%. So y'all know, basically, we just can't foul them. Listen, man, it's the end of the reaction. Smash the like button, smash the sub button. We only have, 97 more subs to hit 24,000. Y'all have gone absolutely crazy in these past couple of videos. Listen, man, if we could get to 24K by the end of this video, that would be amazing. I'll love y'all so much. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow against the Valkyries. We will be going live for that as well. As always, take care of yourself. And Sophie Cunningham, we got that fine, baby girl. It's all good in the hood.